fantasy pins, Grail Pins, live shop haul pins. We got pins, so hurry back. Just an 80s boy and a 90s teen, going on all things Disney, from mouse to parks and in between. Come share the magic with me. La 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 la. Live your life to a Disney tune. Come and share Jake's Disney Afternoon. Hey Disney Afternoon gang, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for returning. If you're new here, my name is Jake and I do all kinds of Disney content, including subscription boxes, swaps, vintage, hauls, trips, trivia, pins. If it's Disney, we're doing it, so you're going to want to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on the next Disney adventure. Fantasy pins, Grail pins, live shop pins. All right, we've got pins. So let's get into this thing, shall we? What do I want to start with today, gang? All right, I got a package here from Sandy over at, and I'm going to get it right this time, Flights O Fancy Fantasy Pins. I always get yelled at because I say it wrong. I don't really get yelled at, but I do say it wrong and I want to get it right. If you don't know the work that is being done over there for Fantasy Pins, boy, are you missing out, because the designs are just off the wall. Pricier pins, and I don't mean that as a criticism, just be aware that fantasy pins are pricier, but the quality and designs of these, I'm telling you, are first rate. So let's start with the card. It says, thanks, Jake. Your support has been so incredible, and I want you to know I appreciate you. Sandy, Flights O Fancy. That is so lovely. Thank you. I appreciate you too. And it looks like there's something else in here. Oh, that's cute. So a little clue as to maybe what the pin might be. I have not seen this little series of books from a group called Bendin. Oh. These are some like first-rate illustrations. Oh, these are really gorgeous. This is a really cool book. Thank you for including this. You did not have to do that. Robin Hood, of course, is one of my favorites, so this is an awesome book for the collection. Thank you. And then to the pin. To the pin, to the pin, to the pin. Oh, man. I'm telling you, gang. All right, so let me show you up close. Are you ready? I don't know that you're ready. Come on! This is Alan O'Dell, who I always call Chanticleer, which is what he was originally called in the thing. Look at the size of that pin. I mean, giant. I purchased this one a little bit ago. So the other thing about fantasy pins is they take a long time to, especially if you're in on, like with Sandy stuff, you know, you're always in on the early phases. You get, there's chats that get set up and you get design samples, you get color redos, you're a part of the whole process, but it always is between her and the people who are manufacturing it. So the whole turnaround process takes a while. But just one more gander at that cock-a-doodle-doo. Ugh, obsessed. So definitely go check her out. Okay, let's go on to some Grail pins. So this is from Collect Random, who I have bought from before. There's their card and little logo. I will, of course, link them down below. This was also spotted for me by Francis, brain fart, over at DreamFinding with Francis. She is good at spending my money. I will link her, of course, down below. She is a pin hunter. And, you know, the thing about Collect Random's post is there's like a price category, like that's the first slide, and then you can slide. So I'm always bad about swiping, and she finds the things. So there's 2 pins. One's not, I wouldn't say a Grail, though it's definitely adding to a collection I'm trying to finish. But this is the Dodo from that series from Alice in Wonderland. Really, really love this series because it features all of the wacky characters. So I've got, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 more of those to get, but this is the fantasy pin on its original backer card from the day. You might have seen what it was. This is a tailspin pin, and you know, these older Disney afternoon pins from the parks, you know, they don't go for too cheap. So when you find a decent deal on one, and this was a pretty good, reasonable price, you snatch it up. But this is a glorious pin. Look at that. It's like that shiny gold in the background. You've got Baloo and Cloud Kicker there. Oh, so good. In the parks in the day, what did it say on the back of this thing? $8. Didn't pay $8, I can assure you of that. But slowly, I'm getting the pins that I missed from like the 90s, and in that era, there's a bunch of mystery boxes released. Those are absolutely never cheap. And then there's a few random others. This is one of them. Limited edition. Let's see what the LE is on this, if it says it from the day. Employee Center, limited edition. Looks like maybe 800 or 9. Yeah, it looks like 800. Limited edition 800. So happy to add him to the collection. All right, then let me go to, I got one more here, and then we'll get to ye old MarC Mouse, or Mousey Mars. This is from Dreams499 Pins, someone who is somewhat new-ish to me. So glad to support another seller who is very knowledgeable of all the things, very smart. I can't keep my head on straight. This is their IG, of course, linked down below. Check out, I think the live sales are, when are your sales? Are you the one on Sunday? They might be the one on Sunday afternoons. Yeah, Sunday, because I've got a little raffle here for this Sunday. And this is an older pin. This is from 2001. And this is going to a little niche collection of mine. So still on the backer card. This was, I thought, a great price. It's got a little dangle element. Another limited edition. Let's see what the LE is. So this was, I don't know what the price was in the day, but it is, okay. So some of these older velvet cards, I've said this before and it's worth repeating, they get a little bit stuck, the pin, not the pin itself, but like the plastic and the pin part. Okay, down it goes. All right, so LE of, looks like 1200. This is Merlin and Archimedes, Fantasyland, Walt Disney World, a celebration of Walt Disney art classics from 2001. Look at that. Look at that guy right there. See the little dangle element swinging there? I love that he's a little bit more of a purplish hue rather than the blue hue, so a little variation there. But it's also, I mean, compared to Alan O'Dell there, who you saw how big he was earlier, it's a pretty good sized pin. So very happy to add that sort of older pin back, and that was a good price on that. So definitely go check them out. And let's finish our pin haul off today with a smaller MarC sale. Every once in a while, I don't end up buying too much on the Friday Night Lives. Occasionally, it swings in the Stitch direction. And something else. Oh, Haunted Mansion. Lots of Haunted Mansion. Don't get me wrong, I like the Haunted Mansion. Don't collect the Haunted Mansion. But MarC's card, and of course, linked down below as always. So this is a little smattering of stuff. All right. Let's start with this one because it is the holiday. This is a happy 4th of July. Speaking of which, I hope you're having a lovely holiday, maybe barbecuing, hanging out with family. I feel like this one's from like last year or the year before. Limited edition of 5,000. I don't see a date. and you can correct me, but it's certainly in the last couple of years that this has come out. This is the new DuckTales with Huey, Dewey, Louie, and Webby. And I do collect the new and old school DuckTales, as long as it's specifically DuckTales. But there it is, them ready to celebrate the 4th of July. What a great pin that is. Another good size pin, truthfully. It's some sparkly elements. So very happy to add that to the collection. And then let's stay with Disney Afternoon for a minute. This is one more in the Kingdom Consoles piece. I'm very, very slowly finishing that off. This is Darkwing Duck. So there's two like gaming series. There's Kingdom Consoles and iHeart Gaming, and I think between the two, the only one I have left is the DuckTales in the iHeart Gaming. I think I've got all the other ones that apply to my collection. So there we have Darkwing and Negaduck in the game. These games are so iconic, and of course this little remote comes off, and you know, it's like you can play the game. Boop, 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 boop. Has a little magnet piece there, which I think is really cute. But again, another nice size pin, and really happy to be adding and almost finishing. This actually might be the last Kingdom Consoles, depending on whether I add to some Goof Troop collection. I'm a big fan of Goof Troop. Haven't really collected a lot, but you know, I don't know. Okay, so last two pins, here we go. So we know that I'm a big flower collector, the flowers from Alice in Wonderland, and this was a super cute, I'm assuming, open edition pin. What does it say on the back here? Don't know. Yeah, probably an open edition because it doesn't say any kind of limited anything. But it's the Mad Hatter hat with the daisy, well, a daisy, I think is a daisy, and those mean little petunias. I forget what they are now, but there they are. I thought that was cute. You don't see the flowers a lot, and I love the flowers ever so much. So slowly adding to that little niche part of the collection. And finally, from the Magical Musical Moments series, how do I, here's the open. So I do have, which I have less of than I thought because I just rearranged my board. I'll pop a little pic in here. Did a little pic on Instagram on the story. If you're not following me there, at Jake's Disney Afternoon, pop over where I share extras and all kinds of things that get me into trouble. But I do have like a animation, television, Wonderful World of Disney celebration, and this like old school TV, reminding me of like the late 70s and the early 80s. Just made me smile for its vintaginess. I'm kind of trying to peek and cheat. There it is. So that'll be another one for the collection. That was also a good price. Yeah, little assortment there. What do we think, guys? Tell me your favorite down below. Of course, I always want to know what sellers you're buying from or what collections you're interested in trying to pursue. It's always kind of fun to see how our interests change a little bit. So leave me a comment, like the video. Of course, it helps. If you're new, hit subscribe. Lots of really great things coming up this summer and more as we move into the fall for sure. So yeah, I'm happy with this lot. Interesting, it's like sort of in this like purplish, purples and greens kind of hue. Didn't plan it, worked out. Love that aesthetic. Anyway, hope to see you soon on the next Disney Afternoon.